Hello guys and welcome back. And I had forgot to hit the record buttons and I got this far on the last video. So really the only things that I did really were just kind of come in here and connect. Well, the first thing I did is I offset these line 2 inches because I need track separation of about 2 inches is what what the standard is for this layout anyway. And so yeah, we've created this little train yard here. We also created this little crossover here, put a little track coming up through here. Maybe this might be to a diesel servicing facility or something like that. And now what I wanted to do in this layout was I work with some of these turns in here because these are too sharp right here. This is just where I'll offset the backdrop 2 inches. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go ahead and trim. If I type in TR, just trim at the curve there, it just takes it out. Now if you wanted to leave your track right there, you could do that, but now we'll leave it there. We'll see what it looks like. Let me just trim these a little bit more. What I did there is I just drew a line across and used that as my cutting edge and then trim those lines to that. So if I use the fillet command and we want to specify a radius of 22 inches, which is going to be 1.83. Select this track and this track, so that'd be 22 inches. And now since we're offsetting 2 inches, then the radius for this one and this one's going to be 20 inches, right? So do the fillet command again, and that's going to be 1.66 this time. So there we go. We have it's looking pretty nice. I'm just not so sure I like this straight right here. Let's do this. Let's undo this. I think something that might be a better design. Again, this really isn't about design, but it's supposed to be more about CAD. But let's do this. I think this might look better. If we come in here and we have, say, something like this, kind of runs parallel with the work, with the bench work, and then maybe something like that. And then if we issue the fillet command, 1.83 on the radius. Oh, I think I typed in 0.83 or something like that. 1.83. Fillet. The radius R 1.83. Select that line and that line. Yeah, let's do that right there, and then I'm going to smooth this out right here. So let's give it a big radius of like, I don't know, let's give it a radius of like 10 feet and see what that looks like. Yeah, we could probably even go better than that. Let's undo that. Fillet command, give it a radius of say 20 feet. There we go. Yeah, I like that better. Okay, then what we can do is, if that's our passing siding there, let's just say that, let's just offset that 2 inches. Something like that. Since we know this track here is 2 inches off of this track, then we can just trim this stuff out right here. So see, since I'd offset that, it treated it, since the passing siding entity was all one line, when I offset it, it did the same thing here. But what we're going to do is we're going to trim it to this line right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grip at it and just kind of move this line over a little like that. And then we'll type in TR to trim. I'm going to select that, and I'm going to take out everything on this side of the curve. And so if we look now, that's this this part of the track is what we had originally drawn up there. All this is gone now, so I'm just going to grip edit that back to there like that. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use the match command, and I'm going to come in here and start matching up some of these tracks. Actually, let's join this right here. There we go. Alright, looking good. So as you can see here, I mean, I've been working on this for about 5 minutes, and you can see we've almost got a complete layout here. I'll tell you what I may do is I may throw another turnout right in here and have some type of spur track coming in here like this, and we can put some kind of industry right in here. So let's do that. So I'm gonna grab a Atlas number 6 left-hand turnout. Let's move this over here, and then we will move had 2 lines drawn there. Let's move it about right in here. On these turnouts, I don't like to go all the way to the curve. You know, I like to give the, you know, at least the locomotive and the rolling stock just a little bit of time to straighten out before it hits that diverging route. So really, I mean, that's, you really need more than that, but I think it'll be okay for this layout. You just may want to keep that in mind as you're designing. Okay, we got that. So now what I'm going to do is do the break command, because I want to break this track around the turnout. Type in F for first, go to there, and there. Okay, there we go. And so now let's do this. Let's have a, what can we do here? We'll come back to this in the next video. I'm kind of envisioning like some type of, you know, industry in here like this. Maybe rotate it in with the track like that, and then some type of loading docks or something. Something in here like this. Let's say our loading dock's 10 feet wide. So if we come to the, escape that, type in calculator here. Oops. So say our loading dock's 10 feet wide. You just take 10 and divide that by your scale, which I may chose, so it's going to be 87. So that's how much I would need to offset that to make the dock 10 feet wide. It's going to be 0.114. So if I offset 0.114, there we go. That would make the loading dock there 10 feet wide. Something like that. And then if we might have to shorten that building up a little bit. Let's offset the loading dock. If we put it right up on it, I'm going to say probably about 0.05. Something like that. And if we come in here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line parallel with that diverging route. Yeah, that might work. Okay. If we can move this back just a little bit and up. So I'm going to try to create a curve in here. The way it's looking though, we just extended that line. Yeah, it might work. Okay. So fillet radius, let's give it a radius of say 5 feet, see what that looks like. Yeah, that'll work right there. Okay, then let's match that. There we go, we have our spur track coming off serving this industry here. I'll put that on the buildings layer. That, and put this on the buildings layer as well. Actually, I want to join those polylines there. So PE for P-edit, and then I'm going to type in select one, and I'm going to type in J to join. Remember, that's my options down here. Click that, and that. And then now it's all one entity, and then I can just do the match command. Just select that like that. We'll make the building wall width a little bit thicker though, so let's make that like 0.025, something like that. There we go. In the next video I might talk about a little bit, just real quickly, about using so like the Walthers website, you know, you can go and you can download the rough building dimensions for whatever it is you're trying to whatever structure you're going to be using on your layout, and I'll show you how to take that and just come up with a rough footprint of the building to scale, and you can go ahead and place it on your layout and see how it looks. Let's see if I can find an example. So I've got up here, yeah, like these buildings here on this right here, these are Walthers buildings. So this is like a diesel servicing facility. It's got 3 bays on it, so I know that that'll actually fit there on my layout. These are flats here, partials. So yeah, we can talk about that a little bit in either the next video or an upcoming video. So until then, we'll see you.